All right, North Korean defector, but now American citizen, Yeonmi Park. She says some things she's been hearing at Columbia University were a bit like her communist North Korean dictators, which is awful. She joins me right here on set, Yeonmi Park, author of the new book, While Time Remains, a North Korean defector's search for freedom in America. We should put it up on there. It is on the full screen. Just came out yesterday? Or?
Yes, it just came out.
All right, well, congratulations. It's a great pleasure to meet you. I read part of it. So you're pretty tough on Columbia, and I'm sure rightly so. Just walk us back, though. You had a brutal past. You got out of North Korea, but sort of frying pan into the fire. You went to China. They made a sex slave out of you. You went through Mongolia to get to freedom. Mongolia is a very interesting country. It's a free market country. Tell us just a wee bit about your past.
Yeah, I was born in North Korea, and when I was 13 years old, we couldn't find any more dragon flies or grasshoppers. That's what I ate to survive. And at 13, I was looking for a bowl of rice. So my mother and I escaped to China. As soon as I arrived in China, I saw my mother being raped. And then they sold my mom into sex slavery for $65. And they sold me just over $20 because I was a virgin and child. 2 years later in China, I met missionaries from South Korea, and they told me that I could be free in South Korea. And we asked them, how do we do that? And he said, we can walk across a frozen Gobi Desert into Mongolia from China. So we did that, and by some miracle, I survived in the desert. And from Mongolia, they helped me to go to South Korea, and that's how I became free.
So somehow God was looking after you.
Yes.
Really?
He did.
It's a great story. You know, I don't want to dwell on it, but the Mongolia part, another segment sometime, but they're pretty good. It's pretty good government, pretty good free market government. So thank you for all that. I'm glad it's a blessing that you made it through. Now, at Columbia, you're writing, these kids want to be oppressed. They love socialism. They love communism. They complain about capitalism. They say the problem is white people. I mean, I didn't know Columbia used to be a very good, school, higher education institution. And you're saying it's a lot of drivel, a lot of nonsense.
It's beyond nonsense. It's a madness. What they are saying is, they talk about oppression. They keep telling me they are oppressed. And America is horrible, that we need to destroy this country. I was asking them, what about America that you hate so much? They say we have inequality in this country. In North Korea, we don't have inequality. We are dying from starvation. The sign of inequality means there's a room for rise, that you can innovate, you can get rewarded. Like AOC says, what's yours is mine. That's what Columbia professor is saying. We need to steer from all these rich people, and everything should be free, and we need to destroy the country in the name of equity and fairness. And that same ideology made it into North Korea what it is today. And that's why I escaped from that country.
That leads to socialism. That leads to communism. I mean,
that's socialism.
What you hear, yeah. And when did that ever succeed? Did you ever ask them for specific... I mean, just today, is Russia such a great place? Even China, which was good, now it's going down. Is Venezuela such a great place? Is Cuba such a great place? I don't get it.
I asked them, look at the examples, that there are millions of people are suffering because of the same ideology. And they said, I'm a threat. I'm a brainwashed puppet of right-wingers. And
You're a threat?
Yes.
You're a brainwashed puppet? Really? Not them, you?
And they don't let me speak because Columbia needs to have something called a safe space. And we cannot have diversity of opinions. It's all about diversity of skin color. So that's not a university, it's a court. It's the exact same thing in North Korea. They put you in the classroom and they brainwash you. And I saw that in America, they're doing the exact same thing. They put us in the classroom and professors were brainwashing to hate America.
The professors, too. Not just the kids, but the professors.
Everybody.
Did you take any economics?
I was taking some economic classes and then human rights and science and Columbia core curriculum.
I mean, microeconomics, just supply and demand. A good socialist should understand that. Maybe not.
Right.
Macro is deadly. Macro is where you go way left, off into the wild blue yonder. That's what you heard.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting it how?
I'm fighting to tell Americans to understand real tyranny and let them know this is the greatest country in human history. It's not a joke. This is a miracle. I don't even know how this country exists. But we have some lucky we got this country while destroying it. And I think they don't understand how many people, like there are 300,000 nursing defectors in China. Their organs are harvested out of them. And people denouncing slavery all day in America, but they do not want to stand up for North Korean people and the Uyghurs in China.
The greatest country in history of history.
Yeah.
I happen to agree with you. I hope you keep up the fight.
Thank
We
you.
need you. We need you very much. Put the book back up on the full screen so we see it one more time. I love to sell books. There it is. I'm going to get Yeonmi Park. And the name of the book is?
While Time Remains.
Thank you. God bless. You're here. Keep doing good